What's next? So the big day is over, but there is still work to do. This video is intended for those that are at least partially awake to what has truly been happening behind the scenes in our world for many years. We totally expect mental breakdowns and violence among those who don't feel they got the results they wanted. The fact is that they are getting what they have so desperately needed, along with the entire world: love. Love from higher beings that are dedicated to healing all of the wounded souls. I heard many years ago that Donald Trump had been chosen and accepted a world-changing position as part of a much larger intergalactic operation. He was chosen for his ability to negotiate and his tenacity, along with many other essential qualities. In a sense, he is a front man for a much larger organization, as all presidents have been on both sides. And it is essential to understand that there are at least two different organizations. One of those organizations works through threats and very dark means. These beings have extraterrestrial origins and very dark souls. They have controlled human beings, not Democrats or Republicans. They infiltrate both sides of every infrastructure in our world. These beings have been removed and their minions are being destroyed. The other organization works through consent. They are assisting us, not controlling us. These beings also have extraterrestrial origins, but they act as humanitarians from selfless love. They have beautiful physical bodies, although they could be more ethereal. Many won't see it yet, but we are moving from a very long period where the darker beings were ravaging the earth and its people. I will link a video in the description about the trade agreements that were made between a top-secret area of our government and Nebu Gray's aliens. The humanitarians have also made agreements to assist us with the consent of other powerful people in our world. There is a split government, but not on party lines. There are good and bad on both sides. With the dark beings gone, we are free to accept all of the gifts of the humanitarians, including energy healing and medbeds, as well as many other unthinkable technologies. We must become like the humanitarians to be worthy of the gifts they have to offer. We must act from love. We must suppress the dark emotions and drama. You will find messages of unity and hope over the coming days to assist you. These efforts are already underway, as we will discuss later. It is true that much has been going on in the background, but the fight for freedom is not quite over. The ongoing disclosure program continues to direct and guide us in our quest for freedom. If you have been attracted to this content, it's time to become part of the solution. I get that we all love a good joke and to be right, but if you do believe that there are higher beings trying to help us, then achieving this gift is much bigger than chats that incite separation of our society. Laughter is good. I'm not suggesting that you never share a meme. Just focus on the goal and share whatever content on anyone's channel that will elevate the frequency of others. Hopefully this video will help you understand how we are going to do that. Remember that the evil ones feed on fear and anxiety. They use misguided people to create those low vibrations which are absorbed by others. This is how they magnify or intensify the hate and fear. This is the eternal truth. It is imperative that we use this moment to resonate healthy frequencies of love and hope. There will be many distractions and much anger around the world before we move on. Don't feed it. Spread your love. Lend a compassionate hug and a word of assurance. Be understanding. Who among us have never been deceived or made a mistake? We must understand that it was the human nature to be a good person that they manipulated and obfuscated. That spark is still there. Hug them and cry with them if necessary. We have won. There is no need for ego or I told you so. They know you were right or they will very soon. You will be the guiding light for many around you. Our traditional schools don't educate us on energy phenomenon or how to use it to manifest a joyful life of integrity and service. We have gotten way off the path in the education of our children, and I believe there will be a shift in their training. This video is a different kind of education. This is the development of the spirit, the soul, the brain, whatever you want to call it. We don't have to compromise our lifestyles. Because when we align with Source, our prosperity becomes beneficial to mankind. This is the ultimate purpose that most of us seek. We have strayed far from our connection. Basically, we have been talking the talk, but not walking the walk. So many of us go to our places of worship and then exhibit behaviors to others that aren't consistent with our belief system or goals. We are not nice people, or even good or virtuous people anymore, and we have passed it down to our children. But we can be. We can be the change that we want to see. If you want prosperity, help others prosper, even if it's paying for their coffee in line or making it a little easier to cross the street. Be kind, and the universe will be kind to you. When I was in lower frequencies, I hated to see people. When I'm in higher frequencies, I am kind to everyone I come in contact with. I take the effort to say or do something nice for them. That makes the rest of their day go a little better, and it spreads to everyone they touch. Can you imagine if there were no drama queens or people looking to pick a fight or bully others? Figure it out, guys. The time for anger and hate is over. It is now time to heal the world. What would it take for you to truly believe this? Perhaps an extraterrestrial telling you this? Would you believe it then? Because it's coming, and I'd rather be at the front of the bus. It's time to move beyond a world which has made so many people unhappy, into a world of beauty, cooperation, and love for ourselves and our children. When we are able to live in a world of such standards, we will have everything we want or need, because the technology that we will be able to handle is such that anything can be replicated. There is no want or competition, only cooperation and purpose. But we've got to raise our collective vibration. It's the only way. Let me put it like this. In the universe of energy, each human being is a spark. That spark, when intensified, can become an explosion. The energy of the civilizations that are guiding us are the explosion. They have great power, and to reach these powers, they work together. That's what we must do to reach the level of intergalactic cooperation and interaction. I'm not so detached that I don't understand how difficult this is sometimes, but we stop screaming. In my opinion, those vibrations are acoustic warfare. Those sound waves affect human behavior, cause discomfort, or incapacitate people. If you don't want this done to you, don't do it to others. It's very simple. Change your response to a perceived stimulus. Neurolinguistic programming tells us to disrupt the response pattern when we are about to explode that negative energy. Walk away, but not in rage or spite. The goal is to stop the volcano of negative emotion. It takes a more balanced person to remain in control of their emotions. That is true control. Walk away. Say excuse me for a minute. Go get a glass of pineapple juice. Perhaps ask others if they want a glass, because the enzymes in pineapple juice soothe the inflammatory stress response in your gastrointestinal tract. Here are a few foods that can be substituted for anti-anxiety drugs to relieve stress or aggression, and why. Small amounts of dark chocolate can lower cortisol and increase serotonin, promoting a sense of relaxation. Avocado is packed with B vitamins and healthy fats. Avocados support brain function and mood regulation. Blueberries are high in antioxidants and vitamin C, which can help reduce cortisol levels and counteract stress. Almonds contain magnesium, which helps regulate stress hormones, and B vitamins that support mood stability. Oatmeal is a complex carbohydrate that boosts serotonin production, helping you feel calm and relaxed. Please not the processed packets. Bananas are high in potassium and tryptophan, which can improve mood and reduce muscle tension. Spinach is rich in magnesium, which helps manage stress by relaxing muscles and promoting a balanced mood. Chamomile tea is known for its calming effects. Chamomile tea can reduce anxiety and help you relax naturally. I'll put this list in the description. Another thing that we can do to create a habit or pattern of positive frequency response is to break away from the electronics for a time of quiet indoors, or preferably outdoors every day. High doses of Wi-Fi radiation, specifically radio frequency, RF, electromagnetic fields, Impact mood and brain function. Studies suggest that prolonged exposure to high levels of RF radiation can increase oxidative stress and alter neurotransmitter levels. This also affects mood and sleep quality. Additionally, Wi-Fi can disrupt brainwave patterns, potentially leading to symptoms like irritability, anxiety, or mental fatigue. Take a walk. Work on your patio if you work from home. Garden if you are retired. Connect with nature and it will feed you God energy. Another thing that you can do to intensify positive frequencies is to share this video everywhere you can if it made you feel good. It will likely make others feel good. And lastly, say affirmations each day. It takes minutes a day. I used to have cards that I stuck to my closet door so I would subconsciously see them each day. You can also buy plastic hospital wristbands and write positive affirmations on them if you have a busy work schedule away from home, as I did at one point. Let's run through a few for you. I choose to see the good in myself and others, allowing love to guide my actions. Every day I open my heart to joy, kindness, and understanding. I am worthy of love and I freely share love with those around me. I let go of judgment and embrace compassion for myself and others. Happiness flows through me and I radiate positivity to the world. I am patient and I honor each person's unique journey. I am grateful for the joy and love in my life, and I attract more of it each day. I will put these affirmations and others in the description of this video for you to use your creative energy and integrate them throughout your living spaces. It is important for you to know that it doesn't matter where you are on life's path. It doesn't matter what you've done. The energy of the Creator is what powers your body, and you have the ability to access that power and manifest anything you'd like. You can instantaneously change the course of your life without money or fame. There are higher beings. They want to help us, and all we have to do is accept it. Since the results of the election, we have seen a de-escalation and cooperative demeanor among the Democratic Party. The hate rhetoric has stopped. Let's take a look, and you tell me what you think. Kamala Harris gave her concession speech. She gave a very nice speech which echoed the script of this video that I had just written yesterday. Were they watching me type on my computer? I don't know, but her message was a beautiful one of cooperation, kindness, and respect. I would like to repeat excerpts of it because her words bear repeating. Here we go. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. We owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States, and loyalty to our conscience and to our God. We will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives, people who had suffered great harm and great pain. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. There's an adage a historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. She ended her speech with this: "Let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billions of stars, the light of optimism, of faith, truth, and service." I don't know about you, but this suspiciously looks like the capitulation of the deep state to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but the entire presentation was unusually structured. Kamala's speech was followed the next day by a speech from President Joe Biden. Did you notice his clarity of thought and speech? This was a different Biden from the one falling up steps. Let's take a look at his speech. President Biden reiterated that there will be a peaceful and orderly transition. He also told people that this is a time of victory and a time of loss. He stated that you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Biden also assured us of the integrity of the election system, stating that it was honest, fair, and transparent. Later in the day, Karine Jean-Pierre held a press briefing urging people to get back up. The media continues to poke accusations and push for answers, instinctively attempting to continue the accusations and rile up the public. This isn't the time to place blame. It is time to transition into a world of prosperity and health for the world. It's a time to heal. We have passed a difficult time in our history. I'm not talking about one event yesterday. I am talking about a corruption that began nearly 100 years ago. Now that we are beginning to understand how this works, a common tactic is to launch a smear attack on someone to try to stop them from disclosure. We've seen this with many good people. To demonstrate how long soft disclosure has been going on, I would like you to listen to a song by a very good man that was controlled and abused his entire life. To complete this video presentation, I would like you to watch the short video that is linked at the end. I had to do this to avoid copyright infringement. Knowing what you know now, tell me if you believe that Michael Jackson might have been part of the soft disclosure agreement after you watch it. There are many amazing souls creating a beautiful world. I hope that you will join your spiritual family.